What I'm going to do today is a fantastic Aggari style lobster curry. So let's get straight to it. What we need to do first is prep the lobster. Detach the tail from the head. And yeah, we need to devein the lobster, take out its intestine. Now, the reason I've kept the shell on is because that way our lobster is going to be more flavoursome and it's going to retain a lot more of its moisture. So we are now going to dry roast our wonderful spices for our traditional Aggari garam masala. About half a teaspoon of peppercorns, 5 to 6 cloves, some dalchini, a handful of these wonderful boar chilies, 1 bay leaf. Just roast these wonderful spices and release their aroma, release their flavors, and also make them easier to grind into a nice fine powder. So all our spices go into our mortar and pestle, and to this I'm just going to add a good amount of grated nutmeg. Let's begin grinding. Okay, our Aggari masala is ready. I'm just gonna keep it aside. Quickly just julienne the onion, and then we've got this wonderful garlic. Chop it up really rough. I'm just gonna take a couple of these hot green chilies and split them. And last but not the least, our kairi or green mango. Take the top off and then slice up your green mango. So our kairi is done. Let's get down to our curry now. Go about couple of tablespoons of refined oil. Now it's time for us to create a base of our lobster curry. So for that, what we're going to do first is add our wonderful aromatics. So in go those wonderful onions, and into our pan I'm now going to add our garlic. So in goes our garlic, and also 2 to 3 split green chilies. Just chuck those all in. So our aromatics are now a nice rich golden brown. What we're going to do now is add our wonderful garam masala. 1, 2, 3 and a half, about 3.5 teaspoons of that Aggari garam masala. Now what I'm going to add to this is about a teaspoon of hot red chili powder, and of course half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and a generous teaspoon of salt. Okay, I'm just going to add a little more water. Yeah. What I'm going to do now is chuck in all our lobster heads, and what this is going to do is draw out all of that fantastic flavor. I'm also going to add our green mango at this stage. All of that wonderful green mango. And then just add a little bit of water and just deglaze the pan nicely. Scrape up all the wonderful masala and all those rich pan deposits that are packed with flavor. Simply cover our pan and let it simmer away for about 20 to 25 minutes. So our gravy is now nice and reduced and concentrated in flavor. We now need to strain this curry and put it into the saucepan. Just very carefully pour this fantastic broth into our saucepan. Just chuck in some of that green mango, and in goes our lobster tail. Oh, have a look at that. Fantastic. Just gently lay it in and let it poach in the residual heat. So literally it's about 2.5 to 3 minutes and our lobster curry will be ready. So our lobster tail is cooked. I'm just going to give it a quick taste. Oh, perfect. Sour, spicy, and in fact perfectly seasoned. I'm just going to bring it up to a boil to amalgamate the flavors, and while that's happening, we're just going to add a little bit of fresh coriander for a little bit of color and some herbaceous freshness. So I've got some fresh coriander here. I'm just going to break it apart like this. and simply, fantastic. Just chuck it in, add it to your pan. Just give it a quick stir. And there you have it, a lobster curry cooked with a spicy garam masala of the region, some fresh green mangoes, and of course, those wonderful lobsters that I bought from the fish market right here at Alibag.